And right now, here we have Boo and Nancy. Boo's growling, Nancy's moving very slowly and howling a little bit.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
Hello, Stella. It is a little bit after 4 p.m. and I just put fresh water in all of the water bowls upstairs. And the next thing I'm going to do is scoop the litter. Right, Stella? How you doing? Stella just woke up from her nap not too long ago. I put some bird seed out for the birds earlier today, and the cats enjoy watching the birds through the windows. And we have been having just crazy wind today. It's been like super windy. So I hope that passes pretty soon because it's just not fun. I don't like a lot of heavy wind like that. I do love the fact that the days are getting longer. Again, it's been staying light out way past 5 p.m. So that's been wonderful. This is what's going on with the patio cover. The bricks are still holding it down, although they are moving a little bit because the wind has been so strong. I don't know if you could see because there's a lot of reflections on the glass, but the cover is kind of like bunched up in the middle. So that's where it's been moving around from the really strong winds. It's almost 9 a.m. and here's Stella. She's looking out the window. I just opened the window a little bit for her so she could get some air. And she's been looking at Ox. Ox is outside. He was sitting by the food bowl. Now he's on the other side of the patio. And I just got out of the shower, so my hair is soaking wet, but I am going to run outside and put some fresh food in the bowl for him because he's been looking at the bowl. There's a giant leaf in the water bowl. Hey, Ox! So, yeah, that's what he was doing. He was just like hanging out over here. And he's not afraid when he sees me in the window. You see him? So he's not afraid when he sees me in the window. He doesn't run when he sees me in the window. I think he's waiting for me to give him some food. That's the feeling I get. So I'm going to put a plate together for him and just run outside really fast. This plate is empty. There's a full plate. Let's see if we can grab this out of here. It is really cold outside, and he just ran when he saw me, so hopefully he'll come back. Here's Nancy, Sammy, and Goldie. I'm going to leave the door open for them so they could look out the back door and watch and see if he comes back to eat. It's almost 6 p.m. Look at what's going on down here. That's Ziggy and Sammy. And that's the pillow I slept on last night. And that's little Eva. And these are the blankets that I used last night. I forgot to put this away. Normally, if I spend the night down here, what I'll do the next morning is put everything away so it doesn't like get all full of cat hair and everything. And I can use it again without having to put it in the wash. I forgot to do that this morning. So now look at Ziggy and Sammy. Everyone loves Sammy, especially the torties. Sammy is an honorary tortie. She's the only tuxedo in the house. There's little Eva. They look so comfortable. I have to clean up their breakfast plates and scoop the litter and give them fresh water. That's why I'm down here to do all that. It's 6:45 p.m. and look at what's going on now. That's Goldie and little Eva. They're laying in the royal cat bed. It's on a table in the back room. See how much these cats love being with each other? Hello, Eva. I am super zoomed in right now. It's a little bit shaky. I'm here with 2 cans of cat food, and I wanted to give you a cat food warning. I I normally keep a stash of canned cat food in a cabinet downstairs for the cats. I like to have extra cat food on hand in case there's some kind of situation where I can't get to a store or I can't order it online. I just like to have extra cat food available. And so what I do to make sure that the cats are eating the food in a timely manner is I do rotate through the food. So when I get new food, I put it toward the back of the cabinet, and anything that's been in the cabinet, I move toward the front of the cabinet. So that way it ensures that the cats are eating through the food and nothing's just sitting there for years and going bad. And what I found recently were these 2 cans of cat food. These are Nature's Promise Free Country salmon and chicken dinner in gravy for cats. And I get these at a local supermarket. I buy them because they are natural, healthy ingredients. They are a little bit too high in carbs, so I haven't really been buying these recently, but I still have some on hand that the cats have been kind of, eating occasionally. So what happened is I picked this can up and I said, wait a minute, this can feels like really light. It's supposed to be a 5.5 ounce can, but it definitely doesn't feel like 5.5 ounces. And then I had the same issue with this can. I'm like, why is it so light? And then I flip them over and look at the bottom of these cans. Both of these can bottoms are caved in. Now they have a best if used by date of March 6th, 2027. So there's still like 2 years left before the best if used by date. But I mean, can you see how crushed in the bottom of these cans are? And I am definitely not going to chance feeding these to my cats. I don't trust these cans. In the past, I made a video about a can of food from the same brand that was not caved in. It was actually bulging out. And I opened that up and the smell inside of it was horrific. Like, I just remember I thought I was going to vomit. It was so bad. So I opened it up and I disposed of it. But I think the much safer thing to do is not even to open them up. Don't even open up the cans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get like a plastic bag or something and tie these up really tight. And then I'm going to put them in the trash. Because if there is something dangerous going on with the food inside of this, I don't want any of the outside cats getting into it. Not that they would necessarily eat food that smells really bad. But if it's a situation where the food is bad and maybe it doesn't have a bad smell, I don't want any of the outside animals getting into it. So that's what I'm going to do with these cans. I just wanted to make this video to let you know, look for this. If you buy cat food and you see the bottom of the can is sunken in, I would definitely not feed that to my cats. And also, if you pick up a can of cat food and you're like, wait a minute, that seems really light, there's probably something wrong with it. If you find anything wrong with a can of cat food, if it's bulging out or if it's sunken in, or if you pick it up and you're like, wait a minute, that feels too light, don't buy it and don't feed it to your cats. It is 10:01 a.m. and here's Boo. Hello, Boo. And I wanted to talk about something that happened to me yesterday. And it was really, really strange and it was not fun. And I only got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep last night, and it is because of these. These are Nerds gummy clusters. Now, it's not specifically because of these, but it's because of the ingredients in these. And the reason why I know that is because I never typically eat candy like this. It's very, very rare that I eat something like this. And if I do, maybe it's only a few pieces. Well, yesterday I ate this entire bag. It's only a 3-ounce bag, but I mean, that's way more candy like this than I normally eat. And when I do indulge in some kind of candy, it's usually like dark chocolate, like a really good dark chocolate. Maybe it's a dark chocolate peanut butter cup. Maybe sometimes I'll have like a piece of hard candy. Around the holidays, I had some candy canes, but it's not very often and it's not a lot. But yesterday, I wanted to try these. I've seen people talking about these on social media, and I was in a store the other day. I saw they had them, and I was like, yeah, let me give these a try because I do like gummy bears. Well, I tasted these yesterday. They were delicious. Oh my God, they were so good. These are so good. And I thought, wow, this is like my new favorite candy. They're so good because they're crunchy and tangy on the outside and they're sweet and gummy on the inside, exactly like what it says on this packaging. However, what happened was I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning. Midnight rolls around and I was completely wide awake. 1 a.m. rolls around, same exact thing, completely wide awake. 2 a.m. rolls around, completely wide awake. Like, I've never had insomnia like that before in like so many years, I can't even remember. And I was like, what is going on? I seriously could have pulled an all-nighter. I probably could have just stayed up all night, but I know that's not healthy for me. So I was like, what can I do to try to get some sleep? So I usually take some rescue remedy. They have really good lozenges. And usually if I take one of the rescue remedy lozenges, I'll normally fall asleep within like 10 or 15 minutes. But that didn't even work. And it was just, I felt like I was wired. I had no idea what was going on, especially because I did not have any caffeine yesterday at all. I drink decaf tea. I didn't even have a decaf tea yesterday. So I couldn't figure it out. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what it is. It's the artificial colors. I said, let me pick up this wrapper and see what artificial color is in here. So we have red 40, yellow 5, red 40 lake, yellow 5 lake, blue 2 lake, yellow 6, blue 1, and blue 1 lake. That is 8 different artificial colors. That is absolutely crazy. Artificial colors can cause several different side effects. And one of the side effects that they can cause is like behavior changes, insomnia, hyperactivity, that kind of stuff. So that made total sense to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's totally this candy. So I just wanted to mention this because I know sometimes people eat stuff and they don't realize the effect that it has on their body. And I mentioned this with regards to MSG a few months ago when I was having a really bad day. And I know that when I have something with MSG in it, I will have really bad side effects from it from anywhere from like 1 to 3 days until it seems to work its way out of my system. So I just wanted to mention that also about artificial colors. I normally don't eat products that have a lot of artificial colors in them. And then yesterday I ate this entire bag. It's 3 ounces. There's 8 different artificial colors in here. And it totally affected me in a negative way. And I could still feel it today. Like, I still don't feel totally normal today. I kind of feel like I'm wired from this stuff. Like, it's weird. So if you're dealing with any kind of insomnia issues or problems falling asleep, or you feel like your sleep cycle is off, definitely check to see if you're consuming artificial colors, because they can definitely have that effect on your behavior and on your sleep or your lack of sleep. It's 8:30 a.m. and look at Simba. He's laying in this bed on the day sofa in Boo's room. I've never seen him do this before. Now, I do have music playing in Boo's room. It's the Music for Cats album by David Ty. So maybe that's why he's laying here. Maybe he's super happy and comfortable because of that music. Like, it has the most amazing calming effects on cats. But that is so awesome. And here's Boo. He's on his favorite cat condo right now. And what I did the other day is I moved this little ottoman next to it. So I used to have Stella's little castle here. But what happened was Nancy was up here and she was trying to like climb on top of the castle, but she realized that she couldn't like step on it because it wouldn't hold her. Like, it's not made to climb on top of. And then I was like, well, I have this little ottoman and let me move it over here. And it's covered in, that's actually the cover for the cat carrier that Sharon made, and it helps to protect this ottoman. So when it's not on the carrier, I put it on the ottoman so the cats don't scratch it because they love using it as a scratching post. Then I have a quilt on top just because I had the quilts in the room and I said, let me just fold it and put it here. So now the cats can go from here to here to here, like really easily. Also, what I realized yesterday is I could actually sit on here and pet Boo while he's hanging out up here. So that was nice. Here's Boo. Hey, Boo. Good morning, Boo. And here's Splash. Splash is such a big boy. Look how big he is. Anyway, he was having a great time early this morning. I don't know what time, but I heard him running all around the house, having a great time. And I know it's him because he now uses language that the Lucky 7 uses. So the OG4 have always been pretty quiet. Like, they're not vocal cats at all. The only time that like they really talk is if they want something from me. Like, they'll meow if they want something, or if they're not happy, and then they'll meow or howl if they're not happy about something. Like, you know, if I have to take them in the car to go somewhere, then they vocalize like crazy. But during the regular course of a day, they only vocalize, you know, if they want something or if they're not happy. But the Lucky 7, on the other hand, they vocalize a lot more, like especially Sammy. Sammy never shuts up. But even some of the other ones, they just meow at each other. Like, they have a vocal language with each other. They constantly greet each other with meows. You know, even if someone's been upstairs and the other one's been downstairs. Happens with Sammy and Goldie, for example. If Sammy's been upstairs for a while and Goldie's downstairs, and then Goldie comes upstairs, and then Sammy greets Goldie, and then the two of them are just like meowing at each other. And of course, Nancy and Richard are always meowing at each other. So there's a lot of meowing that goes on. And, you know, there's all different types of meowing. And what I find is that Splash is using much more of their vocalizing than he previously did before they were even in this house, if that makes any sense. Like, I'll hear a cat early in the morning and I'll be like, oh, it sounds like one of the members of the Lucky 7, but I know it's Splash. And he'll just use certain types of meows that he never used before. That's what happened this morning. But he had a good time. He was running around getting a lot of his energy out. Here's Stella. So Stella did not want to eat much of anything yesterday. Finally, for dinner, I did get her to eat some cooked shrimp, which I had to puree for her. So she ate some pureed cooked shrimp. She ate a little bit of a squeeze up, but her appetite was like completely off yesterday. So we're going to see how it goes today. And then tomorrow I am going to be calling the vet and making another appointment for her, because I do want to get her checked out again and, you know, talk about the fact that, you know, she hasn't been eating very well for a few weeks now, and I don't know if they're going to run more tests on her or see what's going on there, but I definitely think she needs to get checked out. And I can't call the vet today because they're not open today. And it looks like Simba woke up. Here's Simba. Hello, Simba. Good morning, Simba. It is 11:22, and I just got Stella to eat a few bites of this Friskies chicken and tuna dinner. This is why I always like to keep some cans of Friskies on hand in a few different flavors, because if a cat's not feeling well, sometimes this is the only thing they're going to eat. Last night, the OG4 had some of the new catnip. It was the catnip blend with the silver vine and valerian in it. And I sprinkled some on their play rug. They had a really good time with it, except Stella wasn't really too interested in it. She didn't really join them. She was kind of just hanging out in the hallway. Then this morning, I sprayed this area with Pet Remedy, which is supposed to be like an anti-stress spray that also has some valerian in it. Usually the cats love it. So what just happened here is that, I don't know, like 4 members of the Lucky 7 were here and sniffing everything, and then 3 of them just left. And right now, here we have Boo and Nancy. Boo's growling, Nancy's moving very slowly and howling a little bit. Stop this. You two are friends, okay? You two are buddies. There's no reason to howl. There's no reason to not get along. Right? Right? Right, Boo? Everyone's friends here. Those are your sisters, okay? You're the big brother, Boo. Boo, you're the big brother. There goes Richard. Nancy, you're a nice girl. You're a nice girl, Nancy, okay? It's 5:16 p.m. and look at what's going on here. That's Sammy, Eva, and Ziggy. The cats are loving these blankets that I put on the sofa for them. These are some just large pieces of fabric that I had purchased a few years ago when I was making some videos of the cats playing. I have to make a new compilation for YouTube of just cats playing, because those do the best on this channel. And the YouTube algorithms really like those videos. So I need to make a few more of them. But I came across this fabric. It was in a storage tub in my storage room, and I was like, let me put it out on the sofa. I think the cats will like laying in it. And sure enough, they do. That's really cute. Here's Stella. She's been relaxing this afternoon. Now, I took a nap this afternoon. I was laying down on the couch. I was trying to read. And the next thing I knew, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm really tired. I'm just going to close my eyes. And I ended up taking a nap for like an hour or an hour and a half. But I really needed it because I haven't gotten enough sleep over the past few days. And I can't blame it on the cats. I can blame it on the stupid candy that I ate. And I just haven't been able to catch up on the sleep. Anyway, she has not been eating today. I offered her a few more things this afternoon, just a little while ago, and she doesn't want to eat it. So for dinner tonight, the cats are going to have some steamed scallops along with their food. Last week when I made this for the cats, they enjoyed it. Stella enjoyed it. So hopefully she'll enjoy it again. She did eat some shrimp last night. So hopefully she'll eat some scallops today. And then the plan would be to call the vet tomorrow and to schedule an appointment for her so she could get checked out again. Here's Ox. He's eating some food that I just put outside for him. So I took out some of the Friskies that Stella ate a few bites of earlier today. And I mixed in some warm chicken broth to it. I thought maybe she'd like it if it was a little bit soupier. She didn't want it. So then I tried to give her a churro. She did not even want a churro. So what I ended up doing is putting the churro on the Friskies, and then I grabbed a handful of dry food. I put it on top of that, and then I just put it outside for him. Now, I do have to say, like, when I went outside to put it in the bowl, he came running to the patio from the back fence area. That's like one of the first times ever that I've went outside and he came running toward me versus completely away from me. So I thought that was really interesting. He has been greatly benefiting from the fact that Stella has not been eating like all the food that I've been giving her. So earlier today when I had a bunch of food left over from breakfast, I scraped it all onto a plate or 2 plates. I actually put 2 plates outside because there was a lot of food and he ended up eating it. So I just put some food out for him now. Maybe he's really liking all of this additional variety that he's getting. Now, some of the food that was left over from breakfast, I put in little jars and it's in my refrigerator because, you know, why should I completely waste some of it if I could put it aside and someone will eat it as a leftover? You know, if Stella doesn't eat it, maybe Splash, Simba, or Boo will eat it. If they won't eat it, maybe the Lucky 7 will eat it. So that's the situation. I'm just about to scoop all the litter and put fresh water in the water bowls. It is 6:15 and all the cats are still relaxing, but Stella, I think she wants to eat something. I've tried to give her a churro. She doesn't want it. I tried to give her some turkey. She doesn't want it. I tried to give her some roast beef. She doesn't want it. So what I've decided to do is I'm just going to make these little sampler plates for her. So I have part of a Sheba here, and down here's a little bit of sardines, and then over there some leftover raw food from breakfast. Instead of wasting like entire plates of food, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to give her a few scoops of several different things, and then she could eat what she wants, and if she finishes something on the plate, then I'll give her more. So like right now, she's taking a few bites of the Sheba, which I thought she would, because what happens is when I crack these twin packs, you know, there's like 2 separate halves and you crack them apart. And whenever I do that, like she gets interested. She hears the crack and she's like, oh, I'll have one of those. So I gave her a fish one and I'll see if she eats it. I need to run out to the supermarket right now because I just realized we don't have any baby food left. And Stella has been occasionally eating baby food. Like last night, she ate half a jar of baby food, which I thought was good. Then this morning, she didn't want it, but maybe she'll want it again later tonight. It could also be that I did not have the flavor that she wanted. I usually get the chicken baby food and the turkey baby food. And I think we also had some beef baby food, but I'm not sure. But what I'd like to do is go to the local supermarket and then just pick up like a variety pack and any meat-based baby food that they have, you know, just in case she'll eat it if she doesn't want to eat anything else. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad she's eating a little bit of the Sheba now. I might give her the other half of it, or I don't want to jinx it. Maybe she'll eat something else. She only ate half of the Sheba that I gave her, so I just gave her the other half of the Sheba. So if she eats like half of what I gave her, then she ate half of the Sheba. At least she's taking a few bites. I mean, she is interested in it, so that's good. And I don't mind if she eats like 6 small meals a day versus like 2 larger meals. I don't care about that. Each food, Stella, it's very good for you. I gave you very healthy food. All that food is very healthy. Now, I do know she likes the sardines. Like, everything on that plate I know she likes. So hopefully she'll eat it.
Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos. And please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.